let's take a little scientific exploration of dreams without getting too verbose. Let's say it like this. Let's talk about whether a person is having more dreams or less dreams. Because it's two sides of the same coin. Whether you're having more dreams, talking to my neighbor, or less dreams. Whether you're having more dreams or less dreams. Again, the scriptures say through a multitude of words come dreams. Through a multitude of activities comes dreams. An unusually busy day for someone can manifest itself in dreams, because these things go down to the subconscious, because the activity on the surface level with the mind is so active, is so involved, that there's just going to be some things that's going to be stored up for you to recalibrate later in your unconscious. Now, if you're having less dreams, don't look at this like a bad thing, because I know sometimes there's like a bad stigma on it with some creators where, if you're having less dreams, this is looked at as certain archonic overlords taking away your vision, removing your eye. But this is not always the case. Sometimes when you're having less dreams is because you're answering your subconscious. Thereby, instead of experiencing your dreams when you sleep, you experiencing your dreams while you're awake. You're what they call living your dreams. Is an easy phrase to say, but how often do we experience that where we're living our dreams? We could get in sweet spots where it feels like we're living our dreams, certain amount of months, years, certain experience, right? Where it's like, man, at that point I was living out my dreams. But the dreams have a lot to do with the bucket list, and that's ultimate fulfillment. And you can't achieve that right now in this age without magic. Yep, without magic. You can call it faith, you can call it belief, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But it's one of two things. It's either white magic or black magic. Black magic is the individual gain. White magic is the universal gain. Either way is gain, and either way there's magic involved. I don't care what you call it, what kind of name you want to put on it, what kind of deity you want to attribute it to. It's all cut and dry. It all comes down to magic. Magic with a K, kinetic. Magic that moves, potential. Magic that actualizes potential. That's what's governing things. That's what's running things. And so in your dream world, if you're having less dreams, that means you're living your dreams. If you're having more dreams, then you have to answer some things in your dreams that correspond to your real world. And there'll be like visions. There'll be things that'll let you know what's coming up, things that'll let you know what happened in the past, things that'll help you understand what's happening in the present, things that'll be outside of time, where you'll get a chance for your higher self and your lower self to switch places. You can do your own soul walk in and walk outs. You can bring your higher self lower. You can bring your most high God to your lowest God. You can do that if you understand how to traverse the dimensions, and you don't have to be asleep to do it. You don't necessarily even have to be in deep meditation to do it. You don't have to experience an OBE, outer body experience, really to grasp hold on it. You could just grasp hold on it. It's a choice. You see, it's a choice. You're making a choice to see these things. It's not whether or not you got the ability, whether or not you're special, whether or not you're selected, whether or not you come from a family, whether or not you're part of a bloodline. No. Are you making the choice to know? Is a decision to know. Because once you decide, and decision is the slicing, incision, to decide, to make a slice, to make a cut, to say, you know what, the buck stops here. This is where I start, and that stops. So this is some of the science that's behind the dreams, where you can live out your dreams using your dream cues. And I want to use that Richard Linklater movie again, Waking Life, because that's an awesome movie. It's a cartoon movie, like Charles Schwab styled characters, so to speak, maybe a little more cartoonish. And they're just going over philosophies concerning determinism, free will, all of that. But one of the phrases he said, you know what, we got to be dreamers, man. There's not many of us around anymore. There's not many dreamers around. And he said most people are sleeping their waking life and only awake in their sleep. So they only come alive in their dreams. Your dreams will tell you some things about you, some things that you hide. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, with me, when it came to what I had to learn from my dreams is not to be afraid in certain situations when the pressure is high, because I'd have dreams where I'm running from something and I can't run fast enough, man. I'm in slow motion trying to run from whatever it is that's chasing me, and I feel like, man, I got 1,000 sandbags. I used to feel like that. But then after my shadow work, though, after I pushed through the border, after I pushed through the boundary, after I switched out my lower God with my highest God. Yep, I had to go down into the shadows, into hell, into my lower God to go raise up the Prince of Darkness so that the sun can rise in my morning, so that I can experience what is called my day. This is metaphorical speaking, you understand? Existentially speaking, you understand? Something that we all go through, you overstand? Yes, something that we all go through. And this is all dreams, though. Dreams that you use to create reality. This is where you get God forms, inspirations, right? You get them in the subconscious because things are being worked out there. Both things are working. It's just like a car. It has to steer, but you also need the engine. You need the gas tank, but you also need the engine. That's like the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Is you need both of them to make the car go. You need both of them to move your physical vehicle with any kind of success, any kind of fulfillment, any kind of traction, any kind of gain, any kind of progress, right? Any kind of success. You need both the gas tank and the engine. That's how dreams works when you're dealing with the conscious and the unconscious mind. You're dealing with above the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg, and you're dealing with the bottom of the iceberg, the lower 85%. And the lower 85% can be controlled by the repetition of the top 15%. The top 15% is what happens in your conscious world, your day-to-day grind and get up, your day-to-day get out and go. That is the 15%. But all of the other thoughts that you're experiencing while you're driving, before you go to get the cup of coffee, after you take the first sip of coffee, all of the words and things that you don't necessarily verbalize, what you're thinking about on the highway. You might be thinking about your past, going over your life, thinking about people that you lost, thinking about certain paths that you could have taken. What if you would have made this decision? Would your life have been here or there? All of this stuff goes into your dream folder. And so we're taking a dream survey. That's why when it came down to the number that was online, that I think rose up out of the dark web world with the, what was it called? The Sunrise Valley Dream Survey. It was some kind of Valley Dream Survey where it was an actual number listed for analysis of dreams. And it was posted, and people will call this number, literally, yeah, people will call this number and actually report their dreams. Nobody ever got a response. What was the lesson? It's a valley dream survey. You can't survey your dream unless you go into the valley. They literally called the number instead of understanding the message to that. Which is the fact that you got to have a dream journal. I picked up a dope dream journal some years ago up in I think it was a papyrus store, and it was a dream journal with two sides on it. It had daydreams and night dreams. Now, daydreams is meditation. So you write on that side, and the book literally flips over where you can flip it upside down and write on the night side. It was so fly. And I had this little bamboo style pedaled. Man, I was really feeling like the Jade Emperor going over this dream journal. And that was when I really started to. This happened like right after 2012. So I was caught up in the shift, not even understanding what the shift was at the time, but being on the cutting edge of it. And this was one of the things that I really sort of held on to, and I practiced it, filled out the dream journal, learned all kinds of, it's still gonna take me thousands of videos just to get into all of the stuff that I found out during those dream journal years. And I don't keep a dream journal anymore because I understand the linkage. I take whatever it is in my dream world and I apply it to my conscious world so often that the dreams become easier to remember because you're internalizing it while you're in the dream. And this actually creates lucidity in the dream, where you can move the dream. If you don't like the dream, you can change the dream. I guarantee you practice these skills enough, you could be in a dream and change it if you don't like it. I'm telling you, you can change a dream if you don't like it. And if it's true in the dream, then it's true in the real world. If you don't like how your life is right now, you can change it, but you got to go inside, not just on the higher floor, but on the lower floor. If you want to change things on the lower floor, the bottom floor, that's where the people go out. You're going to control the world from the heart. But it takes the mind to organize the material, to send the orders down into the heart, to go out and control the life. All of this is dreams. Life is but a dream. But what do they say about your boat down the stream? You gotta merrily row your boat. Merrily down the stream, right? Roll your boat gently down the stream. Gently. Be sensitive. Be cognizant. Don't just skip over the details of your life, the minute things. Don't skip over the details. Roll your boat gently down the stream. Merrily. They had to say you should be happy 3 times. There's a reason why that. 3 times happy. 3 times happy after rowing. 3 times happy. Rowing and happy. You got those 2 words are repeated, right? Merrily and rowing. So how do you move forward in this life, on this current? You got to get happy. Even if you got to get silly, you have to get happy. You have to get happy. You understand that? You can't pursue happiness. You just have to get happy. It's a choice. That's a choice. You're making a decision to be happy. You're not factoring anything in your life. You can use all kind of gratitude as ammunition, mind you, but you don't need nothing. Just choose the smile. That's it. Just choose the smile. You could do it. Just choose the smile. There's a teeth version and there's a toothless version. You could still smile though. It's a choice. But it says merrily 3 times. We're talking about dreams because that's how you move through this life with some kind of progress and success. I'm going hard saying this, like, yo, you know what I mean? And still, like, the reason why I have to go so hard when I say this is because, man, I'll be forgetting. I'll be spending a lot of time during, you know what I mean, just plain face too, not even realizing it. I could be just whatever. I could be happy probably and just still be, I gotta be cognizant of that too, because I'm gonna run this video back for me. This is what I needed. I needed this. You know what I mean? Happy is a choice. Happy is a choice. And so however you have your dreams and deal with your dreams, this is the golden energy that you're going to be taking not only into your dream world, which is sometimes difficult, but most importantly in your conscious world, which will determine what happens in your dream world, which will determine what happens in your natural world. It's Super T Sigma Program, and I thank you so much for your time and attention. Not to mention, if it takes 1 million views through 1 million videos, then so be it. But in the meantime, know yourself for yourself. Continue to vibrate high, people. Peace.